John O'Quinn Field at Space City Financial Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Houston Cougars. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Houston has been home to some great college football tradition throughout the years, from Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware, the run-and-gun offense, Space City Financial Stadium, 40,000 plus strong. Houston trying to get back into the college football narrative. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Cougars kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. You start the season, top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
On 3rd down, here's Malton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wide receiver. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. They want to run this quarterback. Here's a little room there. Into the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And that's what what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
On the option. He'll toss it. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! Great job by the back on the option.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed.
Oh, they blocked the kick. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. To the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Maybe some room here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the first. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
On first down, it's Malton again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Handoff to the single back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll line up to go for 2. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's straight. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. They get to him as he throws. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Motion from the wideout. Rides to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Across the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit them with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Malton. Can't get him to the ground. He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
On 1st down, it's Malton again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Cougars will use their 1st time out here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They feed him again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. He's looking to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. With just about 30 seconds to go in the half, how aggressive do you want to be here? This is a designed run. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To throw, it's Wegman. With the catch, it's Hughes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Houston going up-tempo. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He fires one deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Tight end now in motion.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Hughes. They opened the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the air, it's Wegman. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Young. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were a nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that 3rd down.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. Third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Again, it's Malton. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. With the catch, it's Young. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play, because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on.
There's a crease. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. On the move. Runs through a tackle. Shows him the stiff arm. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Moulton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Now improvising. He'll pull it down. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Houston offense comes onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Wegman. Got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. The option look. He'll toss it. Kept it on the ground with that RPO, and it'll be enough to pick up the first down and pick up the victory. Now the Hawkeyes will call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Hughes. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Not all close games are created equal, but this